So this is going to be posted. Oh no, it's going to be posted on Saturday, and I'm not going to talk the whole game. We're going to, yeah. So see you at the end. And we're going to play 2 regular season games at episode 5. Don't leave. I will be back when I'm done.
Fellas, we've got to have a great practice today. There's no other option. We've got 17 weeks, we strap it up and we get better each week. This is one of those times you got to take advantage of it, all right? So let's get at it.
Ready! Yellow waiting, yellow waiting! Waiting, what's that? Ready! Yellow waiting, yellow waiting! What's that? Ready! We're waiting! We're waiting, what's that? Ready! We're waiting! What's that? Ready! We're waiting! We're waiting, what's that? Ready! We're waiting! What's that? Ready! Yellow waiting, yellow waiting! What's that? Ready! Yellow waiting! What's that? Ready now, fellas! Waiting! Down! Sit Here we go! Ready. We're waiting! What's that? Ready! We're 90! Where's that?
Gentlemen, achieving our goals starts right here on the practice field. I can't stress that enough. You all know we have lofty goals for this season. If you want to achieve those goals, we gotta raise our game. Today just wasn't good enough. So next practice, we have to be much better.
Ready! We're waiting! What's that? Here we go! Ready! We're waiting! What's that? Here we go! Here we go! We're waiting!
An NFC South battle right off the bat. It's the coach. This is week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, the Saints were this close to an NFC Championship appearance a year ago. How will they respond this year as they get an early test at home against the visiting Tampa Bay Buccaneers? I'll be back at halftime with a look around the early games. Let's get you over to New Orleans. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. It'll be Jameis Winston leading this unit, the fourth-year quarterback from Florida State.
And there's little doubt that he's looking for a big-time bounce-back season in 2018. Everyone expected a big year in 2017, but the team won just 3 times in his 13 starts. Some of that, you got to put on their defense. They struggled, but there are too many inopportune turnovers that continue to plague him.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
A first down throw for Winston. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
On the run, Darkwa. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
They'll run again now with Darkwa. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
We focus our attention here on the Saints offense as they come out, and last year they were coming into 2017 with 3 straight 7-9 seasons. Well, they got it turned around. Won the NFC South at 11-5, won a wild card game, and then we all know the story. Heartbreak in Minneapolis.
But it's one that won't break this team, I don't believe. I think it's actually something that they can use as fodder for the season, as something to build upon. And when you think of New Orleans, you naturally think of offense. You think of Drew Brees. You think of Alvin Kamara last year as a rookie.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there, 56 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Well, these Buccaneers coming off a 4-game drop-off from a year ago, 9-7 in Dirk Cutter's first season to 5-11 last year. It's now 10 straight seasons without a playoff appearance, and in fact, they have not won a playoff game, Charles, since winning Super Bowl 37.
And in order for them to get back to the playoffs, they've got to go through their division, which is awfully tough and high-powered on offense. Atlanta, New Orleans, Carolina. So the Buccaneers made the investment. Jason Pierre-Paul from the Giants on the defensive side of the ball. Also picked up Bo Allen and Vinny Curry from the Philadelphia Eagles. So the defensive front taken care of. They also picked up Vita Vea, a massive defensive tackle from Washington in the first round of the draft. Then they picked up a couple of corners. They know that on the defensive side of the ball, that's where they have to make their biggest game to chase down their division rivals.
Now Darkwa. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Ready. Blue lady.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They go play action. Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 73 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And we are tied at 7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Ready. We're waiting. Sammy. Get set.
Breeze now on 1st down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Check. Ready. We're waiting.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 7-all is the score. We'll head back to New Orleans after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Here we go. Everyone go. Ready. Yellow lady. Ready.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. He's up near 100 yards now here in the 2nd quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
He'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive. Bringing it in, jams it left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
Here's Darkwa. And an alley to run. Stopped up shy of the 45 despite some pretty powerful running. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd down, Winston. And this is incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
You're good. Line 4, ready.
Breeze now on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Ready. You're waiting.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Ready. We're waiting.
Again, it's Kamara. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for the first. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, New Orleans. Zach Line, 72 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. Well, here is one you do not see often. A fake punt run all the way to the house for a touchdown.
Number one, you fooled the defense. They thought for sure the ball was going to be punted. But you also know you have to pick up excellent blocking going downfield to spring your runner after the fake. Well done.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards, and the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'll be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also, they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On play action, Winston. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pick their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Play action now, Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up at the half, we hook up with a new guy, Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis, and more importantly this year, scores and stats from around the league here in week 1. So do not press that skip button. Here's Brian Anger now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Sammy! Ready! You're 90!
Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze. Throw left side taken in by Meredith. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Check! Ready! Yellow waiting!
Again, this is Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Ready! Yellow waiting! Hey, left, 28 left! 58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58.
They run it again with Kamara. Room here to run. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Break it down, fellas. Break it down. Here we go. Ready? We waiting? Easy, kill. Here we go. Ready, let's set.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ready? We waiting? Easy, kill. Kill.
Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And an alley to run. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the Eagles who were able to begin their title defense with the home victory. The Eagles able to start the season off on the right foot as they get the win at home in their season opener. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. The Giants trying to start the season right and is looking good so far at home. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. The Ravens looking to get to 1-0, and they've got the lead in front of their home faithful. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, but you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Ready? You ready? Well. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, two. Ready? We're waiting.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive, and when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
Get set. Ready? Yellow waiting. Here we go. Get set.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. How did he stay on his feet? And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Hey, easy. Ready?
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready? You waiting?
Ingram again. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Maurice Alexander making the stop defensively.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Easy. Ready? You waiting?
On 3rd down, that's Ingram. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And there he goes again. Oh, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Teddy Bridgewater, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Ready? Blue ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll get nothing out of the completion there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
Now it's Ginn. Able to slither by. And now running right through it. Through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready? We waiting? Check, check, check. Here we go.
On 1st down, Breeze. Being chased down left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Quan Alexander able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd and Baltimore. And it's the Bills who are leading in that one, with Sean McCoy getting the job done offensively on the ground. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Ready? You waiting? Check.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Good set.
Now Breeze. On the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Noah Spence. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
To throw is Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Winston again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Ready? Black 22.
Jameis to throw it. He hits Rodgers in the flat. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. He's got Evans. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Jameis now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. First down, Winston. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A 2nd down throw for Winston. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Winston now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Winston. Pass incomplete. He was looking for Jaquiz Rogers there. And now it's 2nd down.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And his pass incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Ready. Blue ready.
To the air again with Winston. Complete. He finds Braid. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your dead. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucks are able to cut in now to that deficit. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Right back to him on first down. And a short gain here down to the 22. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run. This is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Saints on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Kamara. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On the ground, Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Saints, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town.
You have a player healed from injury and ready to play.
Guys, last time we were out here, coaching staff didn't like what we saw. You all know it wasn't good enough. So let's make up for that today and have a great one. I know you got it in you. So let me see that greatness come out on the field, all right? Let's do it.
Ready! Blue 80! Set! Here we go. Yellow 80, set! Ready! Blue 80! Blue 80, let's set! Ready! Yellow 80, yellow 80, set! Ready! Blue 80! Let's set! Ready! Yellow 80! Blue 80, let's set! Ready! Blue 80! Let's set! Ready! Blue 90! Let's set! Here we go! Blue 80! Ready! Blue 80! Let's set! Ready! Yellow 80! Let's set! Here we go. Ready! Yellow 80! Yellow 80! Let's set!
Hey, you know what, men? That was pretty dang good. And you know what's really scary? It gets me even more excited? We're only scratching the surface of our potential. This team has so much talent. So just keep pushing, and we're gonna get to that next level.
Ready! Blue 80! Let's set! 80! Let's set! Here we go! Yellow 80! Yellow 80! Let's set! Ready! Yellow 80! Let's set! Ready. Blue 90. Blue 90. Ready. Yellow 80. Yellow 80. Wait side. Ready. Wait side. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ready. Yellow 80. Yellow 80. Wait side. Ready! Yellow 80, yellow 80! Wait side! Here we go, here we go, here we go! Ready! Blue 80! Wait side, wait side! Good set, good set, good set! Ready! Blue 80! Wait side, wait side!
Hey, hang out for a second. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. Today was just okay. And okay isn't gonna win ball games. This team goes as you go. So next practice needs to be much better.
Ready! Blue 80! Wait side! Good set, good set, good set! Ready! Blue 80! Wait side, wait side! Ready! Blue 80! Wait side! Ready! Blue 80! Wait side! Here we go! Ready! Blue 80! Wait side! Ready! Blue 90! Wait side! Wait side! Good set, good set, good set! Ready! Yellow 80, yellow 80! Wait side! Good set, good set, good set! Ready! Blue 80! Wait side! Good set, good set, good set! Ready! Blue 80! Wait side! Ready! Blue 80! Wait side! Come on, good set, good set! Ready! Yellow 80! Wait side, wait side! Here we go. Ready! Yellow 80! Wait side! Ready! Blue 80! Wait side, wait side!
Gentlemen, achieving our goals starts right here on the practice field. I can't stress that enough. You all know we have lofty goals for this season. If you want to achieve those goals, we gotta raise our game. Today just wasn't good enough. So next practice, we have to be much better.
Okay. One more game. Man, I'm almost. Yeah, so one more game. And this will be posted for you guys when I want to. So, get one sec, guys. Put this game back on, I guess. So, yeah. One more game. My goals are make the playoffs and, you know, hope we make the playoffs. I will be talking in this game. And then we will post these on Sunday. Guys, watch them. You guys like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you guys want to. It's up to ya. And we're gonna finish this game. Yeah. Honestly, I gotta really go down. Edit uniform. Edit. Wait, where's? Okay, one sec. How come they don't do the flip, the coin? Wait, they don't do it. That should be a thing. The coin toss. Wait, agree with coin. Agree to it. One sec. So they don't do the kickoff? One sec. Or I don't want to do any of that. I'm a good part of last game. And yeah. Wait, I'm not cheating, guys. I'm playing on the low difficulty. It's not that good. I like this new setup that Madden has. I really do. Wait, edit mode? Wait, I love Jubilee. That's why I love him. A good quarterback. He makes a lot of money. I can't do anything to him. I can't edit him. So I can finish the game. And then we will end this off. I'll start posting the other videos about that when it's loading. Post. So yeah. Schedule. No, I can't wait to fully get into Madden. Because we're not even halfway done. I'm gonna try to do a full season of Get Madden. So yeah. Good game, go pro. No, I'm not going game setting pro, guys. So.
Camara drive-in. It's a coach. This is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, 2017 Offensive Rookie of the Year, Alvin Kamara. Fresh off a big performance a week ago, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the New Orleans Saints. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1. Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll have the speedy Tyrod Taylor calling the shots, the former Virginia Tech Hokie.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Demario Davis. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on 2nd down. Then they got to come up with something big here on 3rd.
One failure will be
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
You guys.
On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're brought out by a man who needs very little introduction in his 18th year in the NFL, future Hall of Famer Drew Brees.
And to say that he knows every bit of the New Orleans offensive playbook, terminology, nuances, and creates a few of his own would actually be an understatement for Drew Brees. He makes everything go with that offense and makes everyone around him better. Every time he takes a snap, there's a potential for a big play and a touchdown.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, it wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Well, my goal is pretty lawful. I gotta make first. You think I can do that? Like, it's gonna be...
Ready! United! Easy! Easy, opposite!
It's gonna be pretty bad. It's gonna be
Running with Camaro. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
It's gonna be a hard one.
And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
Like,
Ready! Yellow lady! Kill! Set!
From midfield, here's Breeze. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is Central Florida's Traquan Smith, his first NFL catch. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Traquan Smith, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Saints have taken the early lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs. And hopefully flip the field.
And just something to build off of. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alex Okafor in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And he's got his man. That's Landry. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The numbers for Njoku from a week ago: 5 catches, 65 yards.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Play action. Now Taylor. A heavy rush, and down he goes. Tyler Davison. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Look good.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Try to read the football. No, I see it. I need to. I'm going to play the next word. So, football.
On third down, Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete.
The next week is the 20th.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
17 weeks. You get 5 weeks. You will fall.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
We are but 2 games. Playing 2 games, so I don't know.
This is taken at the 10. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I've seen so far.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So that will.
Get set, get set.
Man, they stop it. They know football.
Easy. Here we go. Ready, what's that?
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 7-0 is our score. We'll head back to New Orleans after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Yeah, what won it? If you can win it, I'm going to win it. I'm going to use
Ready?
Kamara. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
But they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Oh, 1 sec, guys. Let me find out. So week 16. I think we get. Oh no, we played the Steelers. Cover boy. We're going to face him. 15 the week. We will play Panthers. 13 week. We had to get a bye in there, so we played the Broncos. 13 week. We played the Dallas Cowboys. 12. We play, and these are real games. 12. We get a bye week on 12. 11. We face the Philadelphia Eagles. 10. We played the Chicago Browns again. Bears. 9. We played the Rams. At 8. We play the Vikings. So I want to crush the Vikings because they took my team out of this Super Bowl last year. So we're going to try to crush them. So we play them 7-2. And then we get a bye on the 6th. And then we face first the Redskins. First we play the Green Giants. Third, I think we already said, we play that Falcons. And now we play the Bears. Or cut the Browns. So I'm gonna get Bears. Be back. Let's go. Finish this in. Saving one. But one. I'm gonna try to kill the musk.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a third down.
We all know that Myles Garrett was drafted #1 in the NFL for his ability to get to the quarterback. That's his stock in trade. But the underrated part of his game.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Take it.
Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Can we make it?
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down.
They cover. Perfect. Yes.
And look at this, it's a fake. Oh, he bowls over it. The trick play works. Excellent execution, 18 yards on that fake and a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
I wish we get 2 bye weeks. We'll see if
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line.
Ready? Ready?
I like these. I like these. Honestly,
Kill!
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Kill! Hey, ready? Yellow waiting.
On 2nd down, Ingram. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. Mark Ingram really coming into form in the NFL. First 5 years in the league, didn't have a 1,000-yard season, but he's done it the past 2 years.
Yeah, and I think a couple of reasons for that. Number one, offensive line has been rebuilt, and they put a lot of resources into that, and they've gotten better. Number two, he's had great running mates back there. Tim Hightower 2 seasons ago, then last year, of course, the sensational Alvin Kamara. And last but not least, the defense is playing so much better in New Orleans, they don't have to throw the ball as much on offense. He can run the ball even more.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
I'm going to play in the show, so for that whole week, with no football. So yeah.
Kill!
No football that week because NHL.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And pull it down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
They're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Question them.
A reminder coming up at halftime, the coach is back. He made it through the first weekend. That's the good news, and he's going to regale you with stats and scores from around the NFL here in the early games in Week 2.
You think he questioned coming back for Week 2, having to work with us?
I think he did. He's just happy that he is far away in Orlando. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
That one, I'm not in my friend.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
Ready! Waiting!
I'm gonna kill the time.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively.
You know, the only way we're going to make playoffs.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Play.
Hey! Ready! You ready?
Go right and win something. Like you.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Lutz will look to add the extra point.
This game is good.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Game is so good.
That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run.
Make sure I have room. Oh, I have room for it.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
I have to take something.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. We get a look at the Saints defense as they file into position. And they've created a major first-half storyline with the pressure they've been able to create.
And I know that the good teams adjust from series to series. They make their adjustments on the sideline before they go back out. In this case, I think they might need a little bit more time. They want to get to the half and start figuring out how do they change protections, how do they get the ball in the hands of the passer a lot quicker, make sure he doesn't get hit as often. All those different things. Maybe even run the ball a little bit more. Anything to try and tamp down the pressure.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
I can't wait when I win the Super.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. On second down, Taylor. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
I would love to go coach a good team, but this is my own team that I would love to coach.
The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a handoff, Johnson. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Off the corner, where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
See ya.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland.
Wait.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in week 2. We'll start at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, an NFC South matchup between Atlanta and Carolina. And they have just about gone to halftime with the Panthers out on top. Cam Newton with 3 touchdown passes. Next, we'll stay in the NFC South. We head back here to Florida. Check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Carson Wentz has thrown a couple of touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's check in at our nation's capital. See what's happening with the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Andrew Luck throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes.
Cool.
In our game, it was the right arm of Drew Brees that led the way in the first half. His guys have the lead on the road in the Big Easy as we get you back over to the Superdome and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And here's Lewis. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. And the Panthers looking pretty good. Their lead growing even further. Cam Newton hooking up with his guys early and often. 3 first-half touchdowns. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30.
We're not.
Kill.
Get open. Someone get open.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. He'll let it fly in the direction, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Time.
And they'll run it here. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Waste the time.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Wait. Kill the time, kill the clock.
And they'll go on the ground. A strong running. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Yeah, see about it. Yeah, see about it for sure.
Ready?
Kill the clock.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ingram. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run.
Yeah. So kill the time.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the quarterback, Tyrod Taylor, is our focus here in this player's spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Here's Taylor to throw. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
On second down, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've got an answer for it.
Right now we will see.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal. And the Pigs get at the 7-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me, and you know my tendencies in this situation.
I want to see. How I know how good is this guy, but I want to actually find out how many years he got on our team, because England. So England, I like both of these kids. Both of them are, how old are they? I don't know how old they are, but they are so good. Ingram only have 7 years, so he might be a little bit older. But for sure, both of these guys are good. Like, honestly, both of them. Let's see.
What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it is 28-0. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it.
Take a break. Take a break and then take a break.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word. I just kept using it.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Taylor to throw on 3rd down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Ready, behind
319. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to pause it. I'm going to not talk for a little bit. Nasher's my favorite Twitch person, son, so I'm going to watch him for a little bit. Bye.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Taylor. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Forced out to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Demario Davis in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To throw on second down. Taylor. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First catch for Bryant. He's got a first down. Taylor now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Taylor on first down. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
On second down, Taylor's throw incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Taylor will throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crowley. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good. But maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. It's Taylor. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Trey Hendrickson in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Ready? You waiting? Ready, what's up?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Past the 20. And he takes this down deep into Cleveland territory. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Here we go. Easy. Ready. Yellow waiting.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Oh, now and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Taylor looking to throw on second down. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open. This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send to New York. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Around the NFL, fourth quarter right now in Atlanta. And the Panthers are starting to pull away in that one. Cam Newton, clearly the story here. 5 touchdown passes thus far.
The previous play is under review.
Guess what, guys? I'm talking to someone that plays NHL. I'm really good at it, naturally. Give him a shout. I am on his level this year. Now, don't know what his level is, also.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Mode is that I'm not playing on. Guys.
Breeze is looking to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
I really want to try.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No. That means no talking to my videos.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
I'm not going to talk, I'm going to listen to motivation music. Blah, 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 whatever music I can.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. But a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra.
No talking.
One of the fun parts about working with you is that we've learned that there are different ways to do things than the way we were brought up to do them. This is Madden. Of course they were going to go ahead and get another score. What do you mean take a knee?
And that just makes the final margin even more lopsided. I think they earned themselves a cold drink from the fridge, right?
There's no doubt
some
about
pretzels too, some hummus. Crazy.
See, we've learned. We have learned the Madden way of doing things.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
I need to practice.
So for New Orleans, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be back.
Then work my way up to All-Star. I think it doesn't matter, really. Because if I put All-Star, Nasher plays on All-Star, but he plays with people. It how people play, actually. It really is how people play. It not how, yeah, it's how people play. Honestly. So yeah, but I'm still going to play on the hard difficulty. We'll sim the next week, but we're not going to play it. Yeah, I'm not going to play on the hard. I am going to play on All-Star this year.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all your points, as a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
Honestly, it's going to be... Okay, re-signing. Let's see who needs re-signing. So we'll go to quarterbacks. 7 more weeks for a quarterback. Okay, kickers, punters. We'll go with punters, kickers. We need 6 weeks. No. FF12, CB. Okay. 25. What start to go in the nation? Your contract.
The closer your contract proposal.
5 years. Because you're 25 years old. What your salary you want for 5 years? You want a 30. You want a big deal. Is that what you want for 30 years? You want cap room. We have a lot cap. So you want $60 million. I would give you $40 million with a sign-on bonus. Do you care what bonus you get, buddy? Because honestly, 5 years, that's how long you're going to stay on my team. I will put 90, maybe make it 50. Get 50, put in 50. How about that, bud? So, come back with me when you're done. So you're done. If you sign back, great. If you don't, fine. You're 9 weeks, you're good. R, no. M, no. L, no. TM, no. RE, 1 sec. One sec, guys. We're good with that. TA, no. YE, good. GB, good. Centers, good for now. Good for now. T, good. T, good. YR, good. BB, CB. So England is actually old. So you know what? You really want a free? I want you to have at least 29, 30. One sec. Yeah. England, let me do it. So you're smacking 7 years, but you're. How about we do 3 years? Plus, we get a bonus for playing with us. And then you get a couple more. Yeah, that's all you're getting. 30, 50. Okay? Not yet, we're going in. If you don't want to sign with us, oh wow. I'm not spraying my head. Looking for like, comment, subscribe. And no, this will be posted on that week I said. Saturday. And the next football game will be when we play the Falcons 3 weeks from now. Probably. I don't know, bye. I will tell you when we're doing it now. You know what? We're not done. We're going out. I'm actually input. No. Download. Download workers? You know what? What download? You know, new game? I want to download. Yeah, so I will be back. Never mind. What is it? 2020, yeah? 2019, yeah. Yeah, 19. 2019. Draft class. Download. Yeah, I will be. Download it.
Here are all the players that will appear in the upcoming draft. Select a player to learn more. Select to scout this player and unlock his best skill. Each skill unlock will cost you scouting points. Unlock this player's true skill ranking to see if he's You just found a diamond in the rough. Other teams will undervalue this player, and you may get the next Tom Brady.
Okay, what do we need? Honestly, let me know in the comments below who we should draft. We need quarterbacks. We are okay. We have 3. But honestly, Drew Brees is not going to stay with us a long time. How old are you? You're 20. No, I would sell 10 quarterbacks to get for our team. Diamond, okay. Give people what get sold. No, I really want to sell these guys to find out their potential to be good. And then that will be it. Training camp we will do later. So thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and bye.